Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you may know me from the old days because I was born at a very early age. In fact, if my father hadn't been so shy and retiring, I'd be 3 years older than I am now. I'm actually part Scot and part Italian. I'm Scottish on my mother's side and Italian by a friend of my father. I was a war baby. My parents took one look at me when I was born and started fighting. My parents used to put me to sleep by tossing me in the air. Of course, you have to have low ceilings for this to work properly. I was born by a caesarean section. It never really bothered me, but now and again, when I leave the house, I go out through the window. I started out with nothing, and today I still have most of it left. Mind you, I like to get up in the morning. It gives me the rest of the day to myself. This is modern stuff here. Here's a modern crime for you. Somebody stole my identity last week. Today they showed up at my door and pleaded for me to take it back. It's funny how people, when I'm loud, people tell me to be quiet. But when I'm quiet, people ask what's wrong with me. I've had a good career. I've performed in front of the Duke of Edinburgh and the Prince of Wales. In fact, in front of most of the leading pubs in London. I phoned trying to get a little bit of fitness here now. I phoned the local gym and asked if they could teach me how to do the splits. How flexible are you, they said. I said, well, I can't make it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mind you, the doctor did give me some encouragement the other day during a medical. He said I could have sex at 75. I thought, that's terrific. I live at 69, so it's only a short walk up the road. Did you know statistics say that in Australia 50% of men kiss their wife goodbye when they leave the house? The other 50% kiss their house goodbye when they leave the wife. A very troubled friend of mine went to see his psychiatrist. The psych welcomed him in with a cheery, how's it, what seems to be the trouble, Bob? Bob replied, I keep thinking I'm a dog. Oh, good Lord, he says, that sounds serious. You'd better lie down on the couch and we'll see what we can do. He said, oh, I'm not allowed up on the couch. Talking of dogs, I had a visit from the local constabulary the other day. They claimed my dog was seen chasing a woman on a bicycle. The charge is ridiculous. My dog doesn't even own a bicycle. I remember when I was at school, way back, when the teacher exclaimed, this essay you wrote about a dog is word for word copy of your brother's essay. I said, that's correct, it's about the same dog. Here's a bit of male logic for you. A fellow decided to wash his sports shirt. He opened the washing machine and he stopped for a moment, as one does in the circumstances. He shouted to his wife, he said, what setting do I use in the washing machine, dear? It depends, she replied. What does it say in your shirt? He says, Manchester United. When I asked my wife to marry me, she was so excited she nearly fell out of the bed. Talking of beds, our family was so poor that all 9 of us kids slept in the same bed. I didn't know what it was like to sleep in my own until I got married. This is true. I grew up so poor that I didn't celebrate my 18th birthday till I was 23. We were so poor that the ultimate luxury in our house was, at the time, was ashtrays without advertisements. The luxury meal was prairie sandwiches, 2 slices of bread with great wide open spaces in them. There were so many holes in my socks I could put them on 17 different ways. I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it. I sometimes retreat into my own world. But that's okay, they all know me there. I was walking along the road the other day and I bumped into a familiar face, shall we say. I said, well, blow me down if it's no Davy McDonald. I haven't seen you in years. My, how you've changed. You've shaved your beard off, you've lost weight, but you're looking good. I said, my name's not Davy McDonald. I said, fancy that, change your name as well. Here's one for the more thrifty. Father O'Reilly answers the phone one day. The boy says, hello, is this Father O'Reilly? It is. This is the taxation office. Can you help us? We can. Do you know an Angus MacDonald? I do. Is he a member of your congregation? He is. Did he donate £10,000 to your church? He will. Actually, I'm currently writing a book on reverse psychology. Please don't buy it. I heard a guy complaining about how expensive his wedding was. He's going to be well cheesed off when he finds out how much his divorce is going to be. On that note, here's a tip for the ladies here. If your man says he will fix it, he will. There's no need to remind him every 6 months about it. A friend of mine, actually he's sitting over there. Anyway, a friend of mine complained to his wife, she's always pushing me around and talking behind my back. She replied, what do you expect, you're in a wheelchair? He was so henpecked he had to wash and iron his own apron. Don't get me wrong, marriage means commitment. Then again, so does insanity. I've been on that many blind dates, I think I should get a free dog. I sent my photograph off to a Lonely Hearts Club. They sent it back saying they weren't that lonely. Anyway, I love food. Come to the stage where I won't eat anything else. This is after all part of the balanced diet. When she was little, my wee daughter asked me to buy her a pet spider for her birthday. I went to the local pet shop and found there were $70 each. I said, sod this, I can get a cheaper one off the web. There we go. Some breaking news. An asylum seeker's boat arrived off the west coast of Scotland near Oban. Come from Stornoway, I believe. The boat was so old it must have been launched when Long John Silver had 2 legs and an egg on his shoulder. It leaked profusely, I'm told. And The only available bilge pump was an extremely nervous engineer with a bucket. Anyway, I checked in at Glasgow Airport the other day to come out here to Fremantle. The check-in last Saturday, she asked me, she said, how many people are flying with you today? I said, stuffed if I know, it's your plane. I've just turned the page, that's the end. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with this thought for the night. Growing old is mandatory. Growing wise is optional. Here we are, we're about to come to this point. Just before I introduce the speaker for the immortal memory, I'd like to tell you a wee story that shows that the Scots are not as mean as their reputation. After discovering they'd won £15 million in the lottery, Mr. and Mrs. McGillicuddy sat down to discuss their future. After 20 years of washing other people's stairs, said Mrs. McGillicuddy, I can throw away my old scrubbing brush at last. Of course you can, Hen, said her husband. We can easily afford you a new one. Here's one of I just got this the other day. Jock was sitting at his computer the other day, and he called out to his wife. He said, when I die, I'm going to leave everything to you, love. She shouted back, you already do, you lazy bastard. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Roy Lilly, another Scot, who will give you the immortal memory.